Yo, what is up, YouTube, man? An NBA 2K25 7'3" max wingspan centers are back. They are better than they have been the last few years. The last couple of 2Ks, if you made a 7'3" center, you were moving like you were in concrete. Super slow, pretty much unusable. Now, in this game, you still have pretty low speed ratings. As you guys can see, I have 53 speed, but you actually move pretty well. The motion styles you get probably help with that a bit. Now, when I was making this build, there was only one thing I was really kind of fighting with myself about, and that was the weight of the build. Now, I wanted to have super high strength on a 7'3" max wingspan build, but since I was going for that 90 standing dunk, I wanted to have that 70 vertical as well for the dunk packages, so I ended up going with 250 pounds. 85 strength does get you a couple of takeovers that will boost your strength if you want to use them, if you want to be able to set those bigger bodies. Having just the 85 strength by itself is still going to be pretty nice when setting the screens, especially too, I mean, you're taking up a lot of space being a 7'3" center. As you guys can see in the finishing category, 80 post control, 85 close shot to go along with the 70 driving layup, 75 driving dunk. I got my standing dunk at an 87. I'm going to put 3 cat breakers there to get it to 90. With the combination of 75 driving dunk and 90 standing dunk, you're going to get the pro and the elite big man standing contact dunks. The 75 driving dunk is going to allow you to get a bunch of dunk packages, which is very important for actually getting consistent standing dunks. A lot of people, they only go high standing dunk, low driving dunk. They don't get that many dunk packages, and that keeps them from having the build at its fullest potential. You guys see with the shooting, we have max wingspan, but we still got a 73 three-pointer, 78 mid-range. It's not bad. It's pretty consistent if you know your jump shot. You get that set shot specialist on silver, 87 pass accuracy, so you can get that break starter on gold. And then with the defense, you guys saw 85 interior, 94 offensive rebound. We're going to use +5 to get that to 99 offensive rebound for that legend rebound chaser. And for being 7'3", the 60 perimeter, 60 steal, not too bad to kind of get contest whenever you do have to jump out at somebody. And max wingspan with bronze interceptor is actually going to get you a lot of lane steals. We're going into the random rec on this build, and this is the first game I played on this brand new build. You guys are going to see my averages, zeros across the board. This is actually the first game on this 7'3". I didn't play any in my career. I didn't play any park. The badges are not fully maxed out. I have no hot zones or lethal zones. I do not recommend that for this build. If you're trying to be a super consistent shooter on a build like this, having those hot spots are going to help a lot. But as you guys can see, even though I don't have them, I'm still able to knock down the shot. Now, on a build like this as well, when people see your pie graph, the chart at the beginning, they're not going to think that you're going to be able to knock down shots. And just being such a tall center, usually they're more worried about you being in the paint, so you'll definitely be able to get a lot of open shots, and that's what you want to take on a build like this. Of course, you're not trying to take super contested shots, and as you guys can see, man, 7'3" in the paint. The rebound comes to my arms. I'm able to throw the break. Super efficient with that LeBron James passed out, popping out to the mid-range once again. I highly recommend if you make this build, if you haven't tried rhythm shooting all year, definitely test it out and see. When you have the lower shooting ratings, rhythm shooting makes those shots a lot more makeable. Doesn't matter as much if you have super high ratings. Check this out too, man. I get the ball, I dex out to the corner, knock down the shot. You can see I got the heat check activated on the 7'3". And I'm not gonna lie, I'm looking a bit like a stretch big. Now, I've played multiple games on this build at this point, and I will say, usually popping to the midi, popping to the 3, that's not my go-to play style on this build. I'm usually more in the paint. I'm trying to get the standing dunks. I like to get the close shots, the post-ups. This is just one of those games, you know, where I'm actually, you can see right here too, man.
Tell that nigga shut up.
You can hear the teammates hyping me up. I'm getting the and-1 standing dunk. That's usually how I play. But you can knock down the shots. And if they're going to give you the shots, you might as well take them. And you can hear, man, the teammates arguing for some reason. I'm not too sure. We got a bit of a lead, trying to keep it going into the fourth, up 8. And the rebounding on this build is exactly how I expected it to be. If I get a box out, if I don't get a box out, as long as I'm in the paint with the 8-foot wingspan, I'm going to be able to grab the ball from anywhere, over anywhere.
Why are you running to me, dog?
I have the best matchup against any type of player in the paint on this build, and this is without the legend rebound chaser. I was trying to get it to gold so I could use my you know, +2 on my badge to get it up to legend. So in this video, I only have it on silver, and check this out, man. To end the game, go into the post fade. I end up hitting the tight contest. Now, of course, it didn't matter because we had a pretty good lead. But if that was a shot to win it, I mean, what a shot that would have been. Ending the game, 18 points, 22 rebounds, 6 assists. Now, that is the first game I played on the build at all. So 18, 22, and 6, not too bad of a stat line. We're going in for one more game for you guys. Now, I wanted to get the first 2 games that I played. I will admit, we had a couple of rec games where there were AIs on both teams. I don't like to show you those games. I like to have 5 people on each side in the game. And here we go, man. We got it. Now, you see this game, I'm going up against a 7-footer with 99 D-board, 92 strength, 91 interior. You know, a very meta type of build, whereas with me, you know, I'm on the 7-3. You can see I'm averaging 19 points, nearly 20 rebounds. That is averages you can expect to put up on this build, and probably even more. I will admit, on this build, I was probably being a bit too timid. You know, I'm trying to get used to it, trying to see what the build is capable of. I could probably be putting up, you know, close to 30 and 30. Once again, top of the key, wide open, knocking down the shot. 73 three-pointer, max wingspan. You do not need a whole lot of shooting in this game to be knocked down. I do highly recommend upgrade that mid-range on your build. Get that set shot on silver, and it's going to do wonders for you. Right here, my guy ends up kind of just driving at me in the paint, getting a dunk off early on in the game. 6 rebounds, 4 assists. He hits me at the top, running with the fade at the free throw line. There's not a whole lot you can do as a defender to get that. Speaking of, man, I mean, look at this, man. 8-foot wingspan, blocking shots. I will say I do get a bunch of rim protecting takeovers on this build. I have eraser where I can get my block to 99. I'm definitely curious about trying those out. Nice mid-range shot right here with the heat check. Never going to miss that. And overall, man, a lot of fun. You guys know in previous 2Ks, I loved going with just the max height, max wingspan builds. I was able to do it once again in NBA 2K25. Now, I wish I could make the build a bit heavier, and if I could get the vertical where I wanted it, I would have done that. But 250 is really the sweet spot to go. This build can shoot, it can finish, it can play defense, it can rebound better than anybody, it can play defense in the paint. Of course, you know, if you bring this to the park, if you're going up against a 6'7", you might feel a bit slow, but they're not going to be able to get rebounds over you. They're not going to be able to stop you in the paint. Does this build feel slow compared to a 7-footer? Should you make this if you're trying to go with the best meta center you could possibly make? I would still say a 7-footer is the better way to go, especially too if you're trying to play park and rec. The 7-footers can move a bit faster, so they can be a bit more meta in park. With a 7-3, this is a 5v5 build. I didn't make this for the ones, or I would have neglected pass ag, but you could make a build like this if you wanted to be more of a post scorer. This is just the well-rounded do-it-all type build. 85 close shot, 80 post control gets you a lot of takeovers. And you can use those takeovers to be more of a post scorer one game, be more of a standing dunker one game, be more of a shot blocker one game, and you guys can see, man, 20 rebounds, 11 assists, just knocking down dunks, shots, threes. It does not matter. This is the best 7'3" build in the game. Now, I'm sure you guys are wondering, what about that wemby template? What do I think of it? I do like it. You know, it's fun, it's fast, but the rebounding's kind of bad. It's just too lightweight. It doesn't really fit in with the play style that I want to play. Whereas this center, I mean, you guys can see, this center is going to block shots, get rebounds, dog people in the paint, still able to shoot the shot. If you guys did enjoy the video, if you do want to drop a like and subscribe, of course, I do appreciate it. It's on, man. And this is Sonic. I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'm out.